Hi guys, so I'm going to do a viewer request. I'm going to read Usagi Yojimbo number 1. Sorry if I pronounce some of the words wrong, because some of the names and words are Japanese. So I'm sorry about that if I pronounce it wrong. But Usagi Yojimbo by Fantagraphics Books. Sakai, 1986. Samurai, Part 1. To There. Created, written, and illustrated by Stan Sakai. Publisher, Mike Richardson. Publication design, Cary Grazzanini. Usagi Yojimbo. Samurai, Part 1.
Ha! That was a good duel. I enjoyed it.
Jen!
Hello again, Miyamoto Usagi.
Why do you always show up where you're not wanted? Not that I would ever want to see you.
Ha! Such flattery. Now put your sword away. I forgive you for leaving me stuck with your inbill.
What? You forgive me?
Why did you kill him? For money?
Of course not. It was a debt of honor.
Ha! Honor. I can't relate to that. Money I can relate to. Who was he?
His name was Gonuchi, and he betrayed my lord Mifune. It was years ago when I was still a child in the village of the northern province. My father was the town magistrate.
Usagi, you and your playmate, Kenichi, will soon be of the age to receive your samurai topknot.
Yes, father. Yes, sir.
The two swords, the katana and the wazishi, are the symbols of the samurai. Indeed, they are the soul of the samurai. To be a good samurai, one must know his own soul. Yes?
Yes, father. Yes, sir.
Good. Tomorrow you both will leave for the Dagora fencing school in the city of Sandai to learn of your souls. It is the finest school around these parts.
Kenichi and I were never friends, and it was 3 days on the road when... I bet I'll make a better samurai than you, Usagi. Bet you don't, you creep. You can't insult me and get away with it. Take that! I'll show you who's a better samurai. Hey, look over there. Huh? You, Kasuchi, you have insulted the Dorgora fencing school. Such insults can only be purged with blood.
Beg forgiveness, old man, and we may let you live.
Go home, children.
What?
Don't get tough with us, old man. We know you had your own fencing school, but was forced to disband.
What a loser.
I chose to leave, so I would not have to teach idiots like yourself. What? We'll kill you for that remark. That's the trouble with you. You think with your sword, and not your spirit. Ah!
Well, did you see that?
What are you boys doing here? You're too young to witness such violence. Go home.
But we want to learn the sword like you.
Fools.
I want him for my teacher. Ha ha, that old man. I laugh at that. Oh, yeah? Well, he just defeated those Dagora students. They were probably just first-year students. But you would be a fool to study under nobody like him. I don't care. Fool. Sensei! So says that means teacher. Sensei!
What do you want, boy?
Take me on as your student, Sensei.
Go home, grasshopper, and live happily.
But Sensei!
Fool.
So he's waiting outside his home.
Sensei, are you still here, Weevil?
What? How did you get behind me? I never saw you leave your hut.
Fool. Fetch me some firewood. Yosha.
That means student warrior. Yes, Sensei. It's the end of part 1. Usagi Yojimbo, Samurai, Part 2. 6 months went by and my life had settled into a monotonous routine. Daily, I gathered and chopped the firewood, kept the hut neat, tended the garden, and twice a day fetched water from a stream a mile down a treacherous mountain trail. Time passed slowly in the mountains, with Sensei hardly speaking, just watching me with his cold, hard eyes. 6 months and I had yet to even grasp the bokken, wooden practice sword, or hear my teacher's theories on swordsmanship. At first I attributed such a delay as a test of my patience and tenacity, but after so long a time, I was more than a little disheartened. Dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum. Sensei!
Go and fetch more water, potato bug.
Yes, Sensei. He hit me for no reason. Could his mind have snapped? Maybe Kenichi was right. He is crazy. And I didn't realize it until now. Ow!
Fool.
He's right. I am a fool. I hid in these bushes like a frightened cur. Why, he didn't even have his bamboo stick. A true samurai should know when he is in danger and when he is not. As the months passed, I learned to move with caution. I never passed a tree or rounded a corner without thinking of the length of bamboo that may be waiting for me. In time, such caution became second nature to me. Almost.
A samurai's body is the manifestation of his spirit. To have a strong body, you must have a strong spirit. So your inner self must be cultivated just as much as your outer shell. Besides the martial arts, the literary arts, the classics, calligraphy, music, and etiquette must also be studied as well as the spiritual arts of meditation and the tea ceremony. The sword is the soul of the samurai and his badge of station. To appear in public without it is a disgrace. But behind the soul is the spirit. When you strike, strike first with your spirit. Look into your adversary's hara, into the center of being. Know how he will strike before he himself does. Often the duel is over before the first blow is even struck. Reach out with your spirit. Feel for the hidden dangers lurking. And you can't be caught unawares.
4 months later. Ha, Sensei! I know you're hiding behind that tree. Sensei? Come on out, Sensei. You can't ambush me. 15 minutes later. I guess my imagination was playing tricks on me. I feel silly, and Sensei is probably waiting for his tea.
Fool! Idiot! You stupid head lice! You knew I was waiting for you, and yet you walked on. You knew! Why I took you in as a student, I'll never know.
6 months later.
Hey-ya! Ah! Ah! Excellent, little weevil. You've learned well. Here, take the bokken. Now your training begins in earnest. As a samurai, you must strive for perfection in body and spirit. Duty and honor are the essence of Bushido, the way of the warrior, and should be preserved, even at the cost of your own life.
I was with the sensei for more than 2 years before I struck my first blow.
Ah! 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 Sensei! Forgive me, Sensei. Ha! Forgive you? I've waited a long time for that blow. At last, the buzzing bee has used its sting. Well done, Usagi.
You're learning well of the way of the sword, he said. I better stop. My mouth feels like a chestnut burr.
What? Aren't you going to continue? What about this brigand? What about him betraying your lord? You can't stop now.
Oh, I'll go on, Jen. I'm just building a thirst with all this talking, that's all.
Then why don't you fetch us some water? I'm sure you've had enough training to do that. And while you're at it, chop us some wood for a fire.
Huh? Or eep. Let's go into town and report this duel. I like to see Gunuchi properly buried.
Such a bother. He wouldn't have done as much for you. Anyway, get on with your story. Persimmons. Katsuchi instructed you in the use of the sword.
More than that, he taught me restraint. I remember the time we were walking in the mountains. Usagi Yojimbo, Samurai, Part 3.
Eep! Every day of our lives is an education. You must strive to learn something new each day, Usagi.
Yes, Sensei. I want to learn to become a skilled samurai, Sensei. Fighting brigands, going off to war, dueling.
Fool! The sword is not just a weapon. It's also a mirror. Yeah! It reflects the soul of the samurai. It is the soul of the samurai. Just as the blade can be tarnished, so can the soul be corroded. Swordsmanship is a discipline and a way of strengthening one's inner self. So keep your soul sharp and clear. Remember, a true samurai does not look for a fight. Hey-ya! Yow! But tries to avoid it. The best souls are those which are kept in their scabbards. Huh?
What do we have here? An old man and a kid. Let's have some fun with them.
Hey, the brat looks familiar.
Yes, so he does.
I know who they are, Sensei. They're a bunch of cutthroats. that my father, the magistrate, ran out of town. They caused nothing but trouble.
So, boy, your father is the magistrate, eh? I have a score to settle with your family. Oh, I have good reason to remember your father. I know you too, boy. But this old man, I don't know.
This is Kasuchi, my teacher. So you all had better watch your step.
You talk big, kid. But I don't think your grandpa can take on all of us. What do you say to that, old man?
If you're hungry, you're welcome to our lunch. But leave us in peace.
So much for your fearless teacher, kid. Just a feeble old man.
You've got your meal. Now go.
Don't act tough with us, old man. We're not finished with you yet. Remember, you're outnumbered.
Ha! Little you know, he's the best swordsman there is.
Hush, Usagi.
The best, eh? Such confidence. Maybe we'll have him demonstrate his skill.
Ha! There isn't a test he can't pass.
Well, then we'd have to think of such a test now, wouldn't we? Give me that pickled plum from their meal, and bring me some tree sap.
Sure thing, boss. We'll stick the pickled plum to your nose with the sap.
Okay, expert. Draw your sword and cut the plum in half, or I'll kill the brat now.
It's almost impossible without hurting the child.
Ha! That's right, old man. Don't move, kid. I don't want to slit your throat. Not yet. I'll save that for later.
Release the boy.
No! Draw your sword, old man. Cut the plum. Cut it, I say. Cut it, old man. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it.
Sensei? You missed.
Did you see that? Heck no, he moved too fast.
The boys didn't have time to get the kid before he died.
Without the boss, we're nothing. Let's go, Usagi.
But they're getting away.
The others are harmless without their leader. A samurai does not kill when there is no need. Didn't you learn anything today?
Yes, Sensei. I learned there are some things even you can't do. Like plum slicing. Speaking of which, it's still stuck to my nose.
Tomorrow, you'll learn something new.
Nom 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 nom.
Huh?
Ha! You call that skill? I'll show you what I can do. Hum nom 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 nom. Here, put this persimmon seed on your nose, and I'll slice it in half.
This seed?
No, your nose! Ha 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 ha!
And I think so. That's the end of the first issue. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be appreciated. If you have any requests for me to you want me to do, just let me know down in the comments, and I'll put it on my list. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.